Okay, Wednesday, June the 10th, 2009. I posted earlier this morning that I bought new wheels for a number of reasons. The wheel is the pivot point on how far the oven leans back on itself. By raising this height up, I will increase that. I'm hoping that I can get it high enough that where you can point it. I mean, if you're on the equator, you're not going to have to prop it up on some block on the back end to get it to point straight up. And I'm pretty far south, so most people live along the equator, by the way, or north of the equator, close to the equator. A lot of them anyway. So what I'm doing here is I'm cutting a new piece of steel that's going underneath this frame and raising my wheel height up. I'm not going to use these holes in my chrome tubes anymore as a carrier for the axle. The axle will be welded onto this piece of steel, which is going underneath, in between here, and it's going to stick out past the axles, or the chrome tubes, about that far. And then I'm going to go down, I don't know, and gain a few more inches. I'm gaining 5 inches by buying the new wheels, and I may gain another 4. I may get this thing up 9 inches higher than where it was sitting with the old wheels on it. And this is going to make it so much easier for the operator to drag it around and to set it up and vent from the front end here, because this may not look like it right now, but this is where the sales will happen. So I'm working on that piece of steel right now. Looks like it's 39 inches long, and I'm coming down the sides with it. I'll update you when I get all the parts fabricated. Okay, I cut 2 other pieces of this 2-inch by 2-inch by 8-inch angle. These are 8 inches long. I've just got them clamped on there. I'm examining how much down I'm going to gain from where my old axle position was. And I'll be able to get at least 5 inches on this with this extension. So adding this piece of steel and these down legs on it, plus the new tires, is going to raise the height of the oven about 10 inches, which is going to be really a lot better. Plus, I think I'm going to throw in a few cross braces. I have the angle iron over there. I paid for it. I'm going to throw in a couple of more braces in the bottom of the oven so it doesn't sag this way. Give me more opportunities to put a better bolting pattern down when I bolt the red shell down. I'm actually going to screw it down, but run quarter 20 taps in the frame and drill a hole in the shell and run a little threaded machine screw down through there. So I'm going to be making these steel parts the rest of the day. Then I'm going to be grinding them the rest of the day. And then once I get through with this steel work, I believe I will be ready to paint her, which is what I'm going to do after that. I'm going to stop working on the shell for a little bit and get this frame knocked out and get it painted so the paint can get hard. And that way I don't beat it up when I start putting the shell on it and taking it off, putting it on it and taking it off. Plus, I don't like to paint. Okay, I took those 2 8-inch long pieces of 2x2 angle and whacked on them a little bit and welded them onto a piece of 1-inch square tubing, and I've got it C-clamped onto the frame ready to weld it in place. And I have to weld and grind that in, and then I'm going to throw in 2 more pieces of reinforcing here in the back, and I think I'll be ready to paint after that. Zinc chromate primer. Here we come.